You know, that's what it comes. You know, Henry VIII.
Yeah.
Henry VIII. Well, he came on the throne, but what he did, the dissolution of the monasteries between 1536 and 1541, and he made all these monks redundant, and they had to leave their monasteries in England, and already the art of distillation was known to them, so they had nowhere to go, and that's why they came into Scotland. So they helped to bring the art of Scotch whisky here. What you must remember, Sue, two things you must always remember. First thing, if I ever see you holding a glass like this and nosing like this, I'll kill you.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Now, the second thing is, what you do is, in order to tell you something about the whiskey, you pour it in the glass, okay? And you're slowing it on the floor. Okay? Because what you want to do is to actually clean out the glass to make sure it's up to the actual quality that you're looking for. So you must hold it in the glass like this. This is 68% alcohol. You swirl around and you say, hello. Then you come up to it and say, how are you? Then you come back up and say, quite well. Thank you very much. So it's like meeting you for the first time. I don't know you, lovely lady, everything about you, fantastic, but how am I going to get to know you? The only way is to talk to you, communicate, and that's exactly what I'm doing with the whiskey. All right? Okay. So when you come up, you go, hello, 68% alcohol hits your nose. All right? So you forget the alcohol and you go back into the middle of it and you say, how are you? You've got two nostrils, one will be better than the other. That's why you've got to move around to make sure that the time of the day, whether it be in the morning or the afternoon, will tell you more you need to know. But if your eyes start flickering when you're nosing this new spirit, that means you're nosing it too aggressively. In this sample room, I've had 3 women already collapse and faint in front of me over the period of time because they've nosed it too aggressively. You must do it gently. So when you nose it, it immediately tells you something about the spirit. It says to you, hello, I'm in a bad mood, I'm hot, I'm fiery, I'm peppery, I'm aggressive, I want to go to sleep. I've got a bit of cereal note, a bit of orange coming tang there, but I've also got damp leather and I've got baby sick. And I need to go to sleep. I need to sleep for at least 12 long years. This is Dalmore. This is Dalmore, okay? This is 12 years old. This is 70% American white oak. It's been matured, 70% American white oak, 30% sherry wood from Jerez de la Frontera. Okay, you with me? So because the sherry wood is going to nurture it, it's going to soften it down, it's going to give it a softness or roundness that's been in the cask for at least a finishing period of at least 2 years. So it's going to have an influence. Like your perfume that you're wearing today, it'll have 26 different nuances. It's the same with the whiskey. So once again, you put it in the glass, put it on the floor, okay? And then you make sure you come back to it and smell it again. Hello, how are you? And there you are. Quite well. And what you're going to see here, you're going to see an extension. So if you smell this one first and then smell this one here secondly, and what you'll see is the softness coming through, but really notes like orange, citrus, marzipan. These are all connotations reflected in the Dalmore distillery. Okay? Yeah. See how it's developed, it's softened down, it's easier. But when do you drink it and how do you drink it? That's the problem. So what you need to do is you need to take water. I don't care where you are in the world, you must take up the water with your middle finger in the water. You know why? Because 5 times over the world when I go like that, oh gee, burnt my finger. How can you do that? Because barmen sometimes don't pay attention and you get warm water. So you must make sure you get cool water always. You take the whiskey, you reduce it down to 38% alcohol, still water, all right? That will actually bring it up. But what it'll do is it'll actually begin to release more flavors and it will make it more palatable. So this is Dalmore 12 years old. So what you do is you swirl it around and you give it 12 seconds in your palate.
Well chewed.
Then you wait, and let it come up. If I hadn't put the right amount of water in it, your eyes would flicker. So when you and I are having a drink together and you put it in your mouth and you drink, you should in fact have the amount of water that suits your palate. As soon as it does that, it'll become more acceptable. Real mess is carpet, you know. But that's what you need to do. You need to do that, all right? So that's the best way to drink it, is always to take it with a little still water, keep it in the mouth, hold it, chew it, chew it, chew it.